Good evening, everyone. Getting myself ready for the broadcast here. I made a miscut on the little name cards here, and had to print and cut another sheet of them. So it was a little bit of a burning issue with me at the time. How's everybody doing? We've got Doug Reese, who is Variety Coins and Carnivorous Plants. Jeff Dunn, Farm Dog, Eric Byer, Timothy Morrell, Bulldog, Wild Bill. Let's see. I'd probably be able to guess it after a while, but I would prefer just be told, because I know whoever that is has already been accepted into the clan and into the group here, and I just don't know who changed their name. Give this just a few minutes to let people congregate. We've only got 13 in here right now. We've got a special feature roll today. It's going to be a 1947D original bank wrapped roll. Variety Coins and Carnivorous Plants. Just trying to think of who that could be. Is anybody talking? Is anybody out there? Oh, here we go. For some reason, my chat wasn't showing up right. Oh, Timothy Morrell, how are you doing? Jeff Dunn, Wild Bill, Hector. Techstar, Jeremy Johnson. You guys will notice that at least anyone who had outstanding orders with me, other than Lincoln Cent orders, I have packaged everything that I have ready to be shipped, and that went out today or will go out tomorrow. I have an entire mail tote full of padded envelopes over here that are all packaged up, postage, and ready to go out. I have medium flat rate boxes. I have flat rate padded envelopes. I have all sorts of different sizes of containers, and all of them have coins in them, ready to go out to you. Hello, Coins Arnito. I have implemented a new, I guess you'd call it, rule, where when I go through these rolls, these roll reveals, as soon as I get done with the roll reveal, I go back through the roll and I pull out anything that's a die variety. Anything that's a die variety is going to go on a temporary hold while I work on identifying what it is and getting the information about it onto a flip insert, or get it photographed for the website so that I can make it a plate coin. Either or, that's been the part of the process that's been holding me up from shipping other things, because I was trying to get it all to fit in the same shipping to save everyone a little bit of moolah. But here's what I'm going to do. Instead, it's actually worth it to me to go ahead and ship your auction winnings and your non-variety coins from the roll reveals to you, and hang on to any of your variety coins until I get them done. That way you get everything else in the mail in a timely manner. Because otherwise, one bad roll, or one roll full of die varieties, actually a good roll, one good roll can set me back a week to 2 weeks in shipping. And I do not want that to happen. Yeah, I don't do the monthly shipping because it became more of a pain than it was worth to do it. You have to understand, when I'm one single person operating as much as I'm doing and trying to put together as much as I'm trying to put together, I really don't have time to play juggling in a shipping department. I don't have anyone helping me with shipping. I don't have anyone helping me with inventory on this side. Everything I do here, I do pretty much alone. Of course, I've got my team of people helping me out with boxes full of inventory items. I've got them helping me call auctions. I've got them helping me with all sorts of different things, adding photos to the website, taking photos of coins, but none of that will completely make up for the fact that most of it has to happen locally. Given that most of it has to happen locally, I don't have anyone to help me with a lot of the parts that the moving parts that I have going on here. So there's the party pickle. He's here. I appreciate it, Jeremy. Thank you very much. All right, I guess I'm good to go ahead and get started. It's 7 minutes after the hour. We haven't really picked up anyone new in the last few minutes, so I figure who else here is who's going to be here. And this right here is our roll for this evening. It is a 1947D bankroll. There it is. I put these in nickel tubes to keep them nice and tight. Detroit branch of Federal Reserve Bank. Let me go ahead and put all these in the bag and start working on that wrapper. It's a nice tight wrapper. It's tight like a toy guy. Alright. Work on picking this little baby apart. It will be into this roll in a matter of moments. 1947D. Number of nice RPMs in this issue. Lots of decent coins to be found. We'll have to go through and we'll take a look and see what's here. That's for sure. All right. Take a quick look at a couple. Oh boy. Irma Gersh. I just saw a coin with some nice toning. So it looks like most of them don't have anything on, but there's just one coin in here. I don't know exactly how this happened or why, but it came out with color. All right, here we go. Here's coin number 1. Hello, Mr. Pruitt. Everything is just fine here. Randy. Randy gets the first coin in the roll. Let's take a look at Randy's coin. Hello, Sissy. All right, let me get this sharpened up so we can see everything real well. Okay. All right, for the first coin in the roll, I don't see anything in, on, or around the mint mark. No doubled I. And looking around the rest of the obverse of the coin, we can expect to see a little thickness in Liberty. That's normal for 1947 Lincoln cents. I'm not exactly sure why, but it was just part of the design used that year. And let's take a look at the reverse. Reverse on this coin is a little bit die-worn. So I've sent out a whole bunch of packages today, and some of them are missing some coins. And you'll realize that they're missing some coins when you do a count on your inventory sheet. And there should be another slip of paper in there with a tiny URL. And that tiny URL takes you to a spreadsheet that'll show you what coins I have out and what I'm working on. And some of those coins could belong to any one of you. Here's Alejandro. Second coin in the roll for Alejandro. And not seeing anything on this one for hub doubling or repunch mint mark. See what the reverse of this looks like. Yeah, the reverse is pretty nice, but nothing particular. So Alejandro gets coin number 2. Now JOB gets coin number 3 in the roll. This is coin number 3. Let's start working on memorizing dies here. Try to find me a good... There's a good die marker. It's a crack. It's a big old die crack. We've got... appears nothing going on with this particular coin. And I see nothing on the obverse. Nothing on the obverse on this coin. Let's move over to the reverse and take a look at it. Not showing anything on the reverse here. That's coin number 3 for JOB. That rhymed. Well, Joe McBride gets coin number 4, and coin number 4 does not rhyme with Joe McBride, so that was a one-off. Okay, this one has a lower die crack running across the shoulder. So with a lower die crack running across the shoulder, and it appears there's a heavy die flow line or a die scratch running southeast from the D toward the rim. So we'll take that as our markers for this die. Let's take a look at the reverse, see if anything happened there. And what we have shows me the normal coin. Okay. That's coin number 4, Joe McBride. We move on now to coin number 5. Coin number 5 will belong to Tim Morrell. Timothy Morrell. Let's look at your coin. Hey, that's got a... looks like it's got a... yeah, it's got a split in the upper serif. Let's check the lower serif here. There's definitely a split in the upper serif. Let's pull in for a good close look. There we go. Get my lighting straightened out. There we go. Yeah, it's there. Not much on wanting to be visible. It's probably not going to be listable because of that. So I don't like to have to hold my tongue just right to get a good photo of it, and that means that you probably can't see it very well under a loop. But there is a split on the top of the upper serif. We just won't count this one. It's just not enough. Not enough there. Let's check his eye real quick before we move off the eye. And refocus at this level. And nothing on that side of this one. Let's take a look at the other side. So how's everybody doing this evening? It's Friday. Maybe that's why we've only got 13 people watching. It's Friday. Everybody's busy. Country's opening back up. Got everybody going out to get their Ronas. And, well, here I am at the house. You see 35. You do? That's weird. Mine shows 13 viewers and 9 likes. That's strange. Well. Maybe it just didn't ever update for me. Here's Jeff Dunn. Jeff Dunn for coin number 6. Let's take a look at that coin number 6. Let's see what we have going on here. Kind of looking all over that mint mark area. Kind of looks a little bit on the odd side, so I just wanted to take a really good look at it. But I don't see anything doubled there. No RPM. No doubling in the date. Nothing on the I. Nothing on the motto. Nothing on Liberty. Huh. Okay. That's weird. I'm showing concurrent viewers 13, likes 9. That is strange. It's when the person running the video can't see things that other people can. That's definitely not a good sign for the developers. Alright. Well, we're done with coin number 6. Let's move on to coin number 7. See what we can find on coin number 7. We're only 7 coins in, so I'm not going to get all excited yet and start screaming that this is a dud roll. It's just 7 coins. Let's see what we can do next here. Well, there is definitely a mark on the inside of that D, but it does not look like another letter. See, you can see that upper serif split there. And I don't think this is going to be the same die. Pretty sure this is a different die. That look right there tells me RPM. That's what it tells me. But you get up close to it and you can't really see it. So I'll have to take a look at this as I'm going on the relook in the roll. Don't really have any markers for this one either. No real good markers anyhow. Alright. Let's see. Yeah, I can expect YouTube to do its job. I mean, if they're gonna squash my videos because I have music in the background, I can expect them to be perfect too. Right? Okay. Well, there's coin number 7. In and out coin number 7. Let's take a look at coin number 8 now. They are bright. These coins are nice and lustrous. Coin number 8 goes to Jeff Stanley. Coins an octane. Yeah, and here, first one we mentioned. Next one right after, it's got spots on it. Leopard coin. Not good. Not good, not good. Does look like a split lower serif RPM too. Well, I'm going to pull this one out because that is a definite RPM. That one's actually relatively easy to see. So we have a 1947D RPM here. I'm going to go ahead and pull this one after we take a look at the reverse. See if we have anything worthwhile on the reverse. Which I don't see anything. So we'll pull out of this one, and coin number 8 will be die 1 for the roll. Jeff Stanley. It's a split lower serif RPM. Now let's take a look at coin number 9 now. Coin number 9 will go to JOB. Coin number 9 looks just like this. This one does not continue on the RPM, so we don't have a streak Yet anyway, right? Okay, we have, oh, is that, did I see, I think I see a doubled eyelid. Is that a doubled eyelid? Does appear to be a doubled eyelid there. Yep. So we do have a double die. We've got a double die obverse now. Coin number 9 for JOB turns out to be a double die obverse. It is a pretty nice looking double eyelid. It's a later die state example. See if we get a better look at it upside down. Yeah, it's still there. Not necessarily a better look. It's a little soft either way. There, you can see it right there. Alright, so we're going to pull this one out. It's going to be die number 2. Die number 1 is a lower split serif RPM. Die number 2 is a doubled eyelid. Oh, we got to pull reverse duty on this one. Let's take a look at the other side. A few spots on this side. And we have ourselves an unlisted double die obverse for Jeff Stanley here. We do run into some stuff once in a while. Run into some mystery stuff. We run into some good stuff. I'm sorry, this is GLB. Jeff Stanley I'd already pulled out. Jeff Stanley gets the next coin. Sometimes I accidentally pull out 2 names out of my bag. So I drop one of them, pick up the other one. There's another double. Let's see, there's another split lower serif RPM there. Now let's go ahead and pull a marker. I want to see a marker on this so that I can compare it to the other coin that we've already pulled. A little black spot right up there on the top of the head. I'm looking for a marker. I haven't found one yet. Well, folks, this is kind of wild. Not seeing anything to use as a marker on an uncirculated cent. That's a little on the strange side. Alright, well, let me flip it over on the reverse and see if we can find a marker over there. It's probably going to be the same reverse throughout the roll. Well, this is kind of outlandish. Very, very strange. No markers. Everything here that I can see are actually marks on the coin. I don't see any markers here at all. At some point, we'll have a class on how to look for markers, how to find markers on your coins. There is a marker. It is a die dot between the upper part of the E and the lower part of the M of unum. You can see that light spot right there in the middle of that shadow. That is a marker. Let me check the other coin that was a split serif RPM and see if that same marker exists on that coin, and it does. Right there, you can see that little bit of die damage again. Right between the E, the top of the E, and the bottom of the M. So that's going to be the only marker I'm going to be able to find right now on this. So we have our second example of that RPM, and oddly enough, Jeff Stanley got both of them. So now Jeff Stanley has both examples of this RPM so far in this roll. Okay, let me go ahead. Coin number 11. Coin number 11 is going to be Joe McBride. Let me see what Joe McBride picks up here. Get my focus back out straight. Got nothing on that side. Let's take a look at the reverse on this one. And on the reverse, it appears to be normal. So we'll bag it, tag it, and move on. Coin number 12 now. So you think you got a 1909 SVDB with a clip on the rim? That is possible. It's kind of a white elephant, though. I mean, it's a nice little error, but it's not something I'd want on a keyed 8 cent. Really? Let's take a look at the reverse now. Is Majestic in here? Maybe not. Neither one coin junkie. It just makes it a relatively non-damaged die. Or it could make it a die that is worn to the extent that it has worn out all of the markers. So a marker-free coin or marker-free die doesn't really say much. All it basically says is that you don't have a whole lot to use on this coin when trying to compare it to others that are similar. Makes the process more difficult. That much I can tell you for sure. Definitely makes the process more difficult. I got nothing on that one. That was Eric Beyer. Coin number 13. And Starbuck. Starbuck comes up for coin number 14. Let's see what Starbuck has. Not an RPM. Not the doubled eyelid. There's some nice crispy looking coins here though. Yeah, some of them got a spot or two, but overall they're really bright red, got real bright luster on them. Very nice looking coins. And nothing on that one. That's coin number 14. Coin number 14 for you. Let's move on to coin number 15. Yeah, let's see what we get for coin number 15. You might have to speak up pretty loud, Party Pickle. Joe McBride likes to fall asleep during the shows. Deanne. Let's see what Deanne has here. Just saying. Nothing against him. But I don't tend to be able to keep him or Majestic awake. That's what I want. I'm going to go down and get some ice cream when I'm done with this show. That's what I want to do. Thanks for reminding me that I have ice cream. This was the second die that came out of the roll. Now, this is the coin. As soon as I flipped it over, I saw it. This is the coin that I want to show you. This one is special. Look. I have no idea why, but we have a beautifully toned coin right here in the middle of a bankroll. Unfortunately, it's only on the reverse, but this thing's a beautiful rainbow toner. And this, folks, is an original roll. This coin just popped out of an original roll, so you can tell these colors are 100% authentic on the coin. Very nice. Very, very nice. That's some super color on that coin. And it belongs to Deanne, of course. Deanne always gets all the really good looking stuff. Will you come on over for ice cream? You bring the spoons. I think right now I have chocolate, I have vanilla, and I have some cherry ice cream. It's like actual cherry bits in the ice cream. All right, this one's going to Adam Chambers. This one continues our idea of toning. This one has a little bit of toning on it. It's kind of spotty though. Pretty nice color, a little bit of toner, but a lot of spots for my taste. Too many spots for me to chew. That's a strange little thing there. Looks like somebody stepped on it. A little shoe print there. That's interesting. Rum raisin. Oh boy. Yeah, you can have all of it. You can have it all. Fudge Ripple is good. I could do Fudge Ripple. There is Mr. Fletcher. I have a spot on the obverse on this coin, but it is a bright red coin. And this one does appear to be another one of our RPMs. Lower split serif RPM. And the only marker I've been able to find on one of these coins so far has been on the reverse, but I'm going to poke around just a little bit here and see if I can find a marker on this coin. Sometimes you'll find die scratches. Okay, we're going to do a marker class here. Here's where we look for die cracks and scratches. Die scratches usually around the date and into the throat where you can find clashes. Clash marks can be used as markers, but only as secondary markers, because as a primary marker, they aren't very good, because a lot of dies have clashing on them. This appears to be a die dot here above the Y, so that could be a good place for a marker right there. A little die dot up above the Y. There's sometimes you'll see clash marks out here too. But generally, you'll see a number of nifty little die scratches in and around Liberty on coins. Die cracks. Your first place to look for die cracks on the obverse of a Lincoln cent is going to be right here on the shoulder. Right here on the truncation of the bust where the VDB is, you'll often find die cracks there. This one doesn't happen to have one. Sometimes you'll find die cracks in and along the forehead, in the hairline, somewhere inside the hair, generally above the ear and the eye, somewhere on that big bubulous area of Lincoln's head. Then another place that's really important to watch is right up along the rim. Sometimes you'll see some really deep die gouges right up along the rim where the die fell over and hit something before it was put into the press and got itself a nice nifty nick on it. This one we are going to assume, we're not going to look yet, we're going to find that marker again. assuming that this is the same die, we're going to have a die dot between the E and the M of unum. And there's that die dot. It's got a couple of little fleck marks of stuff around it. I'll clean those off real quick. Nope, it's actually little marks in the coin. But you've got your E and M, and between the E and M is a die dot, and that is common to this particular die pair. But it's common to the reverse on this. So if we want something to be sure that we've got the exact same obverse, because the reverse can be changed at any given time, I'm going to watch the next coin that comes up for this die dot right here and see if that is a die dot. Sometimes that's just something sitting on the coin, but it appears to be a die dot to me. So this is John Argent's coin. I'm sorry, Jim Fletcher. John Argent was the next name. In the batter's box, John Argent. He's next. John Argent gets coin number 18. Oh, boy. Wow, I run myself into a nice roll here. Take a look at this. Oh, the colors. And is this one of them? I think it is. So let's check above the Y for that die dot, and boom, there it is. So that is a repeatable die dot. I'm here holding coin class, and everybody's talking about ice cream. Lieutenant Dan, ice cream. Very nice color on this coin. Very nice. Hello, Ludes Far Out. Good day, sir. And then our die marker here, it's going to be that die damage between the E and the M, which again, we prove to ourselves that we have a die 1 for this roll. Die 1 for this roll is a minor split serif RPM. It will be a listable RPM. Whether it is already listed, I do not know. But all of these coins that I'm pulling out right now are going to be examined further, and I'm not going to hold up shipments for this. So if you get one of these die varieties, plan on me holding on to it. I'll send you all the other coins. Plan on me holding on to these until I get them identified and figure out exactly what's going on with them. Then I'll send them either next week or sooner or later if you do or don't order anything. Sometimes, oh yuck. Sometimes I'll know that you're going to be receiving something the following week, and I will ask if it's all right if I hold on to them. That way I don't have to incur another shipping expense. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Got spots. That coin's got spots. I don't like spots. Some things go together like copper coins and ice cream. That's right. Copper coins has diabetes. Ice cream is the perfect companion. Wild Bill. Wild Bill next. Coin number 20. Let's take a look at coin number 20. And I think Wild Bill has himself one of those RPMs. I can see that in the fact that as soon as I set the coin down, I can see that triangle down there that the lower serif area makes. It's like you can tell that there's two vertical bars there and they are not in alignment with one another. So that tells me, okay, well, you've got that die again. But here's how we can prove it to ourselves. There should be a die dot just above the Y of Liberty. Ready? Boom, there it is. Die dot just above the Y of Liberty. And our reverse marker is there. Get our little bit of die damage between the E and the M of 1 and unum. Some people say unum, I say unum, because I know that the Latin language did not have the sound U. It had the sound oo. So Wild Bill gets himself an example of die 1 for this roll. Congrats to Wild Bill. And Wild Bill gets the next coin. So let's see what Wild Bill gets. Oh, pretty color. I don't know what is doing this, but these are gorgeous coins, and he gets another RPM. So this one's going to be a... Look at that color. Oh, my goodness. Yep, it's another one of the RPMs. This is going to be a loaded roll, I think. Boys and girls. There's our die dot above the Y. As everybody gets an RPM. You get an RPM, and you get an RPM. There's that marker again. Sometimes it takes us a little while to get into the feel of a roll. We're almost halfway through the roll, but we've got... I think this makes 6 of those RPMs now in this roll so far. Dennis Paulson. Batting number 22. Two. In left field. Dennis. Paulson. And he gets spots on this coin, but he does get one of the RPMs. There's your die dot above the Y that proves it. So we have another RPM. Another coin from the same die. See, we run into this sometimes with some of these rolls. We get a whole bunch of coins of the same die, and it's not one we really want to repeat. As some regular, normal die, and we just keep getting it over and over and over again. They get really tiring. But when you're doing it with an RPM or a double die, it actually gets kind of exciting. How many of these can we find? It's like that 1945 D roll we had a week or two ago. That 1945 D roll, I think, produced 17 double die obverses. Oh, my God. That was really cool. You're done for the night? Is that it? Just 2? That is, yeah, it is it, because I had a limit of 2 per person on this one. And here's another example of the RPM right there. You can see the lower split serif right there. I think I know the one you're talking about. Are you sure that the die dot is in the right position? Because I thought the die dot on the WRPM 8 was a little closer to being above the TY rather than above the right side of the Y. But I mean, I could also very easily be mistaken. This one's for Bulldog, though. This is one of the RPMs, and it does go to Bulldog, and this one does have some level of goldish red orange colored toning on it. I haven't seen any of these coins before I go through the roll with you, so this is the first I have ever seen any of the toning that's showing up on these coins. This one's got some of that gold orange on the reverse on the right side. There's your marker again. Little bit of die damage between the E of 1 and the M of America of Unum. I'm sorry, Unum. Not America. This is America. Okay. Next coin now. Coin number 24 goes to Deanne. Let's see what we can do for Deanne. Not that we haven't done something already. Well, this one has turned out to be not an RPM. So given that it's not an RPM, maybe we can get a really high-grade coin here. Let's say we try to get a high-grade coin. Got a couple of little spots, little black spots. This is that one that was the second coin came out of the roll was this die. You can remember that particular die scratch on the shoulder. We got nothing on the reverse on this one for doubling. We do have a pretty clean looking coin though. Let me take a look at it, not under the scope. Nice 65, shot 66 coin. So Deanne did get a nice coin. Chuck Yeager sets an airspeed record in 1947. 1947 was the year after my parents were born. (1947). What else happened in 1947? Didn't they start testing the atomic bombs around 1947, like Bikini Island and some of those others. What'd you miss that your phone died? You missed your coin? Oh, Bulldog. What the? What? Why would you want to go and do something like that? Okay, folks. I'm feeling for Bulldog, so we're going to have to go back and get his coin out and take a look at it. Everybody, turn your happy and surprised faces on. Let's all be surprised with Bulldog. Alright, this is Eric Byers' coin. It doesn't have anything on it, so we're going to move out, move in. And we're going to look at Bulldog's coin again, because Bulldog missed his coin. So, this is Bulldog's coin. Bulldog's coin is a nice little split lower serif. It's got some nice toning starting up on the lower part of the obverse. It's got a little bit of a spot on the other side of the obverse. It does have our die dot that we're looking for as a marker for the die variety. And so, that's Bulldog's obverse. Here's Bulldog's reverse. Oh, Ludes Far Out tells us the Bikini Atoll testing was from July 1st of 1946 through July 22nd, 1958. I kind of wonder when the video was taken. There's Bulldog's coin for you again. That's coin number 23. That is another example of our die number 1 for the roll, which is an RPM that I have been told could possibly be W, RPM number 8. Alright, Party Pickle gets his first coin in this roll. There's the Party Pickle for you. Party Pickle gets an RPM. How about that? Well, you can't short a pickle his RPM. I mean, good gosh. Pickles need RPMs too. That's right, and there's our die dot above the Y. So we definitely have the right die in our hand here. And let's look around. Don't see anything else special on this one. Not any big spots, no big hits or dings or marks or anything, so it's a pretty nice looking coin. And it is an RPM, so Pickle's going to pick up an RPM. Pickle pick. Party Pickle picked an RPM. If Party Pickle picked an RPM, how many RPMs can Party Pickle pick? Let's see. Well, we have a non-RPM and a slightly spotty coin here for Tim. 22. Is that your number? 22? 22 RPMs? How about a peck? Can the Party Pickle pick a peck of pickled peppers? If the Party Pickle can pick a peck of pickled peppers, we can pick a RPM any day, right? This one is not one of them. It's an unfortunate ick coin. This one has unfortunate features. That's what my father used to say when he'd say a girl was ugly. She has unfortunate features. Same spot above the Y for number 8. Okay. So I appreciate that. That's going to help me a lot if I know that this one is probably WRPM number 8. It'd be the very first one I take a look at. Then I check my listings and see if there's anything that crosses over to this WRPM 8. And if not, then I know that's what I've got going on. If so, then I can look at my photos and see if they need to be replaced. And if they do, one of the coins in this roll would be used to replace the old photos. If I don't have it listed already, I will list it as a new die for copper coins. It'll get a new die listing plus, you got it, plate coin. So this coin number 28 is indeed another one of our RPMs. So it is die number 1 for the roll. And Party Pickle, coin number 29. Party Pickle picks up his second coin right here. And this one is not an RPM, but look how nice and clean this coin looks so far. I'm not going to change anything by saying it looks really clean. I'm just going to show you the coin and hope the rest of it is as clean. Yeah. I don't think there's anything here that'd pop it way out of a 66. Possibility for a 66 holder. Luster is about 75% of the grading with PCGS anyway. Given that you have really bright luster and not a lot of marks, you're going to get a high grade. And this one, I'm going to say is above average. Above average for luster. This one could actually be a 66 level coin. Unfortunately, a 66 isn't going to get you slabbing fee. But it's still nice, nonetheless. Paul Hampton. Paul Hampton comes next. Let's see what Paul Hampton gets on coin number 30. Do we have it? No, we don't. No, we don't. I haven't noticed any more of our doubled eyelids either. That must mean I'm probably missing them. Which means I'll have to go back through, find a marker, and watch other coins for the marker. This one doesn't appear to have anything on it. Paul Hampton. Coin number 31 now. See you later, Jess. Justin Bussman. Justin Bussman. We've got nothing going on with this one, I don't think, and it's a spotty coin too. So it's kind of a hit or miss roll. Wow, this one's horribly spotty. Horribly spotty. It's horrible, I tell you. It's horrible. Oh, man. Justin, you're not paying for this coin, buddy. We're going to do something for you. That's kind of an ugly looking coin. I'll have to go through my inventory and see if I can pocket him another one. Jeremy Johnson. Jeremy Johnson gets coin number 32. It's going to be the next coin in the roll, and this one is not a spotty coin. It is also not one of the RPMs. See, this one is a different die. It has a very slight split in the lower serif and a very slight split in the upper serif. But I don't think there's going to be enough here for us to count this one. Unfortunately. There's a relatively clean looking coin, though. Relatively compared to the remainder of the roll. Some of the other coins were not good at all. Like the last one that we saw. I'm just sheerly embarrassed over that. Makes me want to replace it. For sure. That's Jeremy Johnson. Next coin I'm going to draw will be for Doug Reese. Doug Reese gets coin number 33, and this is coin number 33. It is one of our RPMs. So this is one of the RPMs. There's our die dot above the Y. This is a relatively clean looking coin. This is a very nice one. Coppercoin's website indicates last update June 6, 2019 for what? Just what last update? It's whatever it is, it's not reading it properly unless it's something specific for a given die. Let me know where you're finding that. The flips I have, the ones I'm using, are guardhouse flips. They're guardhouse archival safe flips. They cost about close to $0.10 a piece retail. They're not cheap, but they do the job, that's for sure. On the front page in red. Okay. I'm not sure what that's indicating, but it's not the last website update. This looks like it could be one of them. It is. This is another one of the WRPM 008. It's die number 1 for this roll. I don't think I have a cross-reference to it, but I will soon, if I don't already. Alright, that's coin number 34 for Farm Dog. And number 35. Number 35 is Adam Chambers. Adam Chambers picks up this coin, which is not one of our RPMs. This is a doubled eyelid. I've been wondering if I was going to catch up to one of those again. This is one of the doubled eyelids right here. So let me look carefully again for an obverse marker. Something going on underneath the T there. There's a north and south die scratch over next to the B of Liberty. There's a little bit of a die scratch running across the bottom of the bust. Aha, here we go. We've got some little squiggly die scratch looking things above and below the buttonhole on the lapel. That's a good marker right there. That's the kind of marker that doesn't wear out quickly. So I'm going to pull this out, and I'm going to go ahead and check coin number 9, which was the other coin that we found that appeared to be the same die. So let's check it. And there's our marker right there. That's how you use markers. You can use markers easily to determine two coins came from the same die by finding it on one coin, then matching the other coin to it. And that's kind of the process of attributing die varieties. This one goes to Adam Chambers. And when I get done with this, I'm going to go back through the 30 some odd coins that I've got here that don't appear to be die varieties, and I'm going to check those for that same marker. If I find that same marker on any of those coins, then I know I've got myself another double eyelid. If I take a look at the eyelid area, I should find it. Let's see here. Oop. Is that? No, it's not. This is one of our RPMs. I do believe it is. Nope, maybe not. Nope, it isn't. Not one of the RPMs. It's not the doubled eyelid. This one, boys and girls, is a normal coin on the obverse. Let's take a look at the reverse. And we got a little bit of toning on the reverse, but we've got nothing else. Time Traveler's Coin Exchange. You said you were going to send me an email last night with regard to a 1968 link, and I never received the email. I still have not received any email from you. It's cd@coppercoins.com. You can send me an email at cd@coppercoins.com with a question and photos, and I'll get back to you. I don't have it. I don't know what happened, but it did not come in. Adam Connor, next coin here, and I think this might be Nope. It's not that. Oh, okay. This is the second die out of the roll. Yeah, I checked my spam folder and it wasn't in there. So if I know you're sending it again and you don't get a failure message, then I know I should have it. So I'll look for it. I'll take a look again. And nothing on this one, except a little gunky looking black spot on the reverse up by the B of Pluribus. That's for Adam Connor. Let's take a look at the next coin. There's going to be coin number 38. Coin number 38 will go to Jim Fletcher. And this is coin number 38. Wow, bright. Bright, bright, bright coin. Okay, this is that second die in the roll again. You got this die scratch that goes from the lapel down to the rim under the shoulder. This one does not have anything on it that marks itself as a double die or a repunchment mark or anything else special, so we'll take a look at it for any error issues. If nothing, we'll bag it, tag it, and move it on. We have a very nice looking normal 1947 D Lincoln cent there for Jim Fletcher. Now coin number 39. Coin number 39 goes to Chuck Patillo. Chuck Patillo will get one of our RPMs. I've noticed like 3 or 4 different ones now that it looks like there's something sticking up out of the north part of the D. Looks almost like another D curve up there. All I was seeing at first was a split lower serif. So we'll have to check it under the other scope a little bit later, but there's our die dot above the Y. We definitely have that die dot to use. Yeah, there's I'm going to say probably between 5 and 8 coins that are not nice at all. But most of the remainder of the roll is either average or above average. I've seen a number of above average coins in this roll. So I'm relatively happy with it as it goes. I just don't like the idea of people paying a price for a coin, and some people get really nice 65, 66 level coins, and then what comes out of the roll for you is a MS-63 spotty junker. I'll never get used to that idea. This is another one of those really minor split upper and lower 1947D RPMs that I'm not going to list because I can barely see it. But this is that die again. And no error issue on the reverse to talk about. That's coin number 40. Coin number 40 for Jeff Dunn. We're going to move on to coin number 41 now. Coin number 41 will go to Mr. Paul Hampton. This is coin number 41. And coin number 41 does not have an RPM. Not a double die obverse. This is the one that's got the die crack running all the way across the bottom of the shoulder. Seen this die a number of times, and it still hasn't become a double die. What's wrong with that thing? I said, everybody see the girl who tried to friend me today? I don't know the type of person who actually falls for that, but it's not me. Some girl, a big old chubby behind, takes a picture of her behind and puts it on Facebook and thinks I'm gonna like it. Yeah, see this one, same thing. I'm seeing another one. Looks like it's got a little hook coming out of the top of the D. I don't know. This is definitely the same die though. There's our marker above the Y. big booty girl. Mary Jennifer, I think was her name, or Mary something. I don't know. I wasn't paying that much attention. I'm like, yeah, you guys can take this troll back, put it someplace like in your pocket or something. Because I don't need it. I'm good with friends. Thank you very much. Don't need any fake ones. Let's move on to coin number 43. Coin number 43, we'll go to Justin Bussman. Justin Bussman will get this nice one. This is a pretty looking coin. It is not one of the RPMs, so it's not an RPM. Take a look around here and see what else we come up with. It appears to be a nice, okay, this is that second die again. This is a nice, but normal Lincoln cent. Oh, look at the reverse. We got colors. Look at the colors. That was not a reference to a known published song, but if it happens to sound anything like a known published song, I claim no rights or ownership over that song. That's my disclaimer. Thank you very much. Look at the colors. Nice colors. Colors. Justin Bussman got some pretty colors on his coin. Gosh. Man, sometimes I'd just like to be able to get a coin like that. All right. That's coin number 43. Coin number 43, and coin number 44 now is Bill Betts. Bill Betts will get coin number 44. I don't know why I think I need to look at the coin very briefly before I stick it under the scope. This really does look like it's got another curve on the top of the mint mark. I'm going to take a closer look because I just think it does. It looks like it's got something. Yeah, that looks like another curve up over the top of the mint mark right there. It's coming up off the right-hand corner. It looks like a horn, like a devil's horn on the top of the D. So I'm thinking that this could be a D over D over D. To be a D over D over D, and a D over D over D. Do you have a D over D over D over D over D over D? I don't know. But this is die number 1 for the roll. We have quite a good pile of it. So we got a pile of these things now. We got a massive pile up over here. Got nothing going on in the reverse. There's our reverse marker. There's that die mark between the M of unum and the E of 1. And so we take an RPM for Bill Betts, stick it on the pile with the rest of them. Now coin number 45. Coin number 45 will go to Chuck Patillo. Chuck Patillo, the man whose parents loved me so much they named him after me. It's a little crushed mint mark. That's just okay, that's what that is. It's the second coin, second die of the roll. Just a bit outside. Dunn's gonna miss this. And we have nothing here. Well, I appreciate that, Party Pickle. I guess that's what I'm here to do. Y'all's here to watch it, and I'm here to teach you something. Alright, Chuck Patillo doesn't get anything this time around. Let's see who is next in the roll. Alejandro. Alejandro. Next up. Chuck, you could just mute it and start laughing like a fiend, and when they see you laughing like that, they'll wonder, what's up with this guy? Well, I'll tell you what's up with this guy. He was named after the most famous copper magnate in the entire country. That's right. His parents loved him so much, he named their kid after him. You look at it this way. You and I are the only Chucks around here. So we know exactly what it's like to have this name. Because, well, we've had it for a while. That was not an RPM. Not an RPM. I had to check that real quick because I couldn't remember. But it's not one of the RPMs. We're up to coin number 47 now. Up to coin number 47. That means we've only got 4 coins left in the roll. And this one goes to Jeremy Johnson. Jeremy Johnson gets this one. That's right. Now you finally know. This is one of the RPMs. And that does also look like it has a horn coming up off the right side of the RPM. So I'm really thinking this is a D over D over D. So if you get 2 of them, you'll have a D over D over D and a D over D over D. I'm just as weird as they come. Don't ask to be related to me. Because if you do, you're asking for trouble. Well, this is a nice one. Got no issues on this coin. And it has a really cute looking RPM. Well, it's a D over D tilted, and if it is upper hook, that would be a D over D north and tilted. So you're 1/3 right, I guess. Maybe 2/3. I'm thinking 2/3. Let's say Starbug gets the next one. Starbug, Jeff, and coins. We do not have... Let me see. Hang on. My fingers are so dry, it's hard to drive them. As I scrub the heck out of my hands before I do these shows, because I don't want any of my fingerprints on your coins. You might find me. Try it. It's all those bodies in my basement for all these years, and you're going to find me because of a fingerprint on a penny? No way. We do have an RPM here. This is one of our RPMs. It's going to add to the overall count and make this a superb roll. An ambassador. Ambassador to what? I want to be the butter pecan ice cream ambassador of the United States and give everyone free butter pecan ice cream on our president. He has given me a budget with which I can spend half of on butter pecan ice cream just for you. Let's see here. We do not have one of the RPMs on this coin. The next to the last coin in the roll, this is coin number 49. It's going to Levels of Madness, and unfortunately, Levels is not going to grab an RPM out of this. We've got that same one, same die that was the second one we found in the roll. Now we're second to the last in the roll, so maybe they were loaded equally on both ends, toward the middle. The RPM I just found for you, it would be it's not a new discovery. I don't do discoveries. It would be a new listing for copper coins, but it's not a new listing for Wexler and his system. I have been informed, upon higher authority, that this is WRPM 008, which makes it only new to me, not new to him. All right, this is coin number 50. Coin number 50, and the roll looks like a very nice, clean-looking coin. Let's take a look at it real quick. We do not have one of the RPMs again for Levels, so Levels did not get one of the RPMs out of this roll. unfortunately, but he did get a very nice looking 1947 D-Lincoln cent here. This is the one with the die crack going all the way across the bottom of the bust, so it's not anything else that we could pull off this coin. And I'm done with this roll. This has been a really good roll for us. Nice and cute. So we pulled out the RPMs. I still have to look again for those doubled eyelids. I have to see if I've missed any of those doubled eyelids because there is a chance of it. But with the RPM, this is WRPM number 8. We have found, I'm going to go through them here real quick so I can see them. 48, 47, 44, 42, 39, 34, 33, 28, 26, 23, 22, 21, 20, 18, 17, 10, and 8. That would be, watch for your name. I'm counting the coins. You just watch for your name. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 RPMs in this roll. We so far have 2 known examples of a doubled eyelid, number 9 and number 35. Main marker on this being a couple of little curly die scratches above and below the buttonhole on the lapel. And then the rest of the coins are normal. I want to thank Adam Chambers for bringing this roll to us today. Adam Chambers sourced this roll to me to do this very thing with it, and he's very happy, as I am, that we actually turned up a really nice roll here. So that's what we've got, folks. I appreciate it, and be watching for an email to come in with your tracking number, because most of you who have had a package with me over the last couple of weeks are going to be receiving it sometime early next week, because I'm getting them mailed tonight and tomorrow. Now, the other thing that I wanted to make sure that I told you, make sure that you are very aware of, is that we do have a new spreadsheet for, let me bring up the spreadsheet and show it to you real quick. That way there's no question as to what it is. So it's called Reveal Coins Held for Review. I have sent out sheets that have a link to this. Here we go. A link to this sheet. And this is what it looks like. So it's in order by name. And these are all the coins that I have held out of the reveals for the last 2 weeks, so that I could get them identified and get them back to you. But the ones that were not die varieties, I went ahead and sent them home. I went ahead and sent them to you guys. So Adam Chambers has a total of 7 coins right here in my review area. This is the date of the reveal. This is the number of the reveal. This is the number of the coin. And this is the name of the person. Now, when I figure out what dies these are, I'm going to be putting the die numbers over here and the date that I did the work on the die numbers to give you an idea of when these were finished, so that I can put together flip inserts for these, get the flip inserts in them, and then get the coins sent out to you. But that's how I'm doing this now, so that I can get all the auction packages and other packages with no die varieties in them sent out to the people. And so if you look right now, you can see, I'm going to show you the bottom half of the list here. You can see if your name is on this list. If your name is on this list, then that means you have a coin in my review area. My review area is a nifty box. That's right. Goes in a nifty box where I figure out what they are before I send them to you. So that, folks, that's it for the day. That's all I've got for right now. I appreciate it. Thank you guys for stopping by. If you have any questions, let me know. Randy, if you just came in, you missed it. Yes, sir, you did. Preference for which variety guide to consult? Cherry Pickers, Variety Vista, Wexler, etc. How about Copper Coins? That's what I wrote. So Copper Coins is my website. Copper Coins, you can find all of the information on Copper Coins pretty much that you can find on those other websites. I use them in conjunction with one another to kind of find agreement between different listing systems before I assign dye varieties to stuff. I want to make sure that either I have it listed, Conecuh has it listed, Wexler has it listed, or all of us do, and all the markers match and everything. So I kind of use them in conjunction with one another. Now, Cherry Picker's Guide is only for the major dye varieties, and I don't generally use that very much because there's just not much of a point for me using something that only shows 5% of the overall of what I want to collect. Night Wild Bill. Randy, I don't know if you had one or more than one, but I can check in the RPMs real quick and see if you got one of the RPMs. I don't believe I remember you being in the roll, but you don't have one of the RPMs if you are in the roll. I'm going to look through the other coins real quick and see. It doesn't take long for me to read a name. You're not in the second half of the roll. Let's check the first half of the roll. Randy, you did get coin number 1 in the roll, and it is not an RPM. You got the very first coin in this roll. It was not an RPM, and it's not a double die. So that's how that works. A lot of us had a great night, I'm sure. I know I did. This was a very nice roll. You have a great weekend, too. And yes, exactly. Give thought to all present and past vets, those who gave their lives for our country. This weekend is for that particular purpose. To have solemn remembrance of those who gave their life, give the ultimate sacrifice for our freedom. Thank you for the reminder, Bulldog. You have a great weekend as well. I've been so busy, I haven't even paid attention to this is Memorial Day weekend. I for some reason, my head thinks it's next week, that it's not this weekend. Usually it's the last weekend in May. But I guess the last weekend in May is kind of divided with June. Okay, Time Traveler. Let's see, Time Traveler's Coin Exchange. Let me take a look real quick and check my email. I'm going to go take a look at my email real quick and see that I've got something from you. That way I'll be able to respond to you. Yeah, I've got email from you now. I don't know what happened before. Okay, I'll take a better look at it and I'll let you know. And I appreciate it, Time Traveler's Coin Exchange. Thank you very much. And I am going to go ahead and take off. I'm going to take off and take a look at these emails, and then I'm going to head to bed. So I appreciate it, folks. You guys have a great night, and I'll talk to you later.